Happy June 1st, everyone. I got my June subscription box in the mail today. And if you have not seen, Cheryl is rebranding the Mystery Yarn Club, and it is now called Yarnable. So it's the exact same thing. If you're already a club member, it's the exact same thing that you're already receiving, yet in a new, fancy, amazing package. And so you still get your fingering sock weight or DK weight once a month, or however often that you choose, in the box every month. And if you are not signed up to receive the Yarnable emails, you can do so by going to hypnoticyarn.com, and along the top header you will see Yarnable. Click on that and then follow the instructions to sign up. Cheryl will be opening up for new subscribers, for new club members, starting in just like 2 weeks or so. So definitely get on that email list so that you can see it whenever it comes open. She's only taking 50 new subscribers. So like I said, if you're already a Mystery Yarn Club, if you signed up under the Mystery Yarn Club, nothing will change for you. You will still get it. It's just now called Yarnable. So you don't have to do anything if you're already a member. So let's see what's in our box this month. Oops. Let's put that back in. Okay, so up here, you'll see Welcome to Yarnable. Here's a scan code that you can use your smartphone with, scan it, and find out everything that's in your box, especially the other goodies. If there's something specific in your box that you really like, you can go to the website or scan the code, and Cheryl has exactly what's in your box in case maybe you want to buy that extra goodie. And I've covered this up, but this is the code that Cheryl includes with the boxes, and it could be a various thing, free shipping or % off your next purchase or something like that. It's a special discount code that's only available to Yarnable Club members. So in our box for June, we have like a luau party. It's super fun. Uh-oh, I'm losing things. So in here are fun paper straws, and I'll open one so y'all can see, for all of your summertime drinks. So this one, it's kind of hard to see. It has purple and yellow stripes. It looks like this one, you can kind of see through it. It's blue and white chevron or zigzag. So cool paper straws. Let's see what else we have. We have reusable freezer ice for your party drinks. Oops. So I have orange, pink, and purple. I will put those into my freezer as soon as we are done. And we also have Skinnies. So this is a cocktail mixer for a Mai Tai. It's 0 calories. But I want to say, whenever Cheryl looked this up, it has erythritol, so there's no fake sweeteners in that. And this you can use with or without alcohol. Basically, it says the directions. It's club soda and your packet, and if you would like to make it alcoholic, then you can put in a shot of coconut rum or any other type of rum or whatever sort of alcohol you prefer. So I will be trying this out as soon as I have finished my wine. It is Saturday after all. All right, so those are the goodies. So you have straws and ice and a drink mix for your luau party. So the yarn, ooh, Cheryl has a new yarn wrapper just for Yarnable. Those are beautiful. I'm losing stuff. All right. So Yarnable, those are beautiful. Okay, so this one's called Mocktail. And this month I decided to get DK weight because I wanted to make a hat because how fun is this yarn? And so Cheryl's DK weight is Plush DK. It's 100% extra fine Merino wool. Has 218 yards for the 100 grams. Let's open it. Okay. So we have kind of a dark hot pink, orange, and pink, and then just a touch of white, not much, and then that beautiful teal. Let's see that you can get it. All right, so that's Mocktail for the June 2019 Yarnable subscription club. And I will get this on my Swift right here, and I will knit you up a sample so you can see what it looks like. I don't know what hat I'm going to make with it yet, so I probably won't start on the hat yet, and it'll just be a swatch. Cheryl says that she always finds how I wind yarn funny. But you know what? It's twisted together. That's all that matters. All right. Well, I will be back in just a jiffy with the swatch. Hey, so this is the third time that I've made this video because I finish and I think, Brianne, you sound absolutely ridiculous. So we're going to try this again. So I'm back. I have the June subscription club right here, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I love these colors. So I got a wild hair and decided to crochet y'all a swatch sample. Look at those freaking amazing colors. Look at how they blend together and how it's just gorgeous. So I got DK weight. I definitely want to make a hat with this. I think it would be just fun to have right here. And I might even crochet it. I have not crocheted in a really long time. I actually learned how to crochet first, like 10 years ago, I guess. And I actually really like it. I mean, I always did, and it's super fast. I mean, boom, 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 boom. I mean, this took me like maybe 5 minutes. If I had knit this, it would have taken me probably 30. So it's definitely faster. I'm not sure why I prefer knitting, because I do, and I mean, I love how fast crochet is, and it's, you know, pretty as well, and I don't know. So maybe I will bring some crochet back into my projects because I really love the way that this looks. So I might whip up a hat. So I wanted to share my 2 current projects. And if you read my blog post on Friday, I shared a brand new project that I started, and maybe you have seen it's been incredibly popular on Facebook and Ravelry lately. At the end of April, Wingspan by Kyle Vey was released, and it's like the wing shawl that's been like everyone's oohing and ahhing over, and I thought totally would make that. So I started, and I'm using Cheryl's Seahorse Party. This was in the shop a couple months ago, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I think it's really nice for feathers. I am currently, let me see if I can hold this up so you can see it, on the second section of feathers. So I've been knitting like a mad woman. I mean, and it looks like I haven't really knit much. It actually goes like this, like around your neck, and then, you know, the feathers, your wings will come out. Let me see if I can get this so you can see it. So I'm on the second set of feathers, and each feather section, the feathers get longer and longer and longer. So this first feather section right here is fairly short. Here's the second section of feathers. It's going to probably be at least twice as long as this feather. If you have been contemplating making this pattern, and I highly suggest everyone does, it's not as scary as it looks. I wrote up a blog post on Friday and I put in a lot of my thoughts and opinions. I talk about the techniques that are used and what you should be comfortable or at least adventurously willing to try. And I also mention some things in the pattern that confused me, which caused me errors, and that I didn't feel that was totally clear. So I have put that in my blog post. I will be doing that as I knit. I try to do a blog post at least every other Friday, if not more. So I will be writing my thoughts as I go along on each blog post until I'm finished. So I would highly recommend reading that if you want to knit it, and always you can ask me questions because I have made some mistakes, but the pattern is where you can see what you're supposed to be doing, and the repeats are really easy to remember. And I have finally at this point become comfortable where I can listen to an audiobook and still knit. It's not one where, at least not for me, that I could watch a movie because my eyes need to stay stitch by stitch to make sure I'm doing the right thing. But luckily though, whenever you're knitting, you can see the pattern and you at least know when you've done something wrong, or you can fix it before you make a mistake, because certain stitches, you know what's going to be on the next row. And so I have caught myself many times because it's incredibly easy to lose or gain a stitch. And so on a few occasions that I've done that, I've been able to catch it on the next row. And then it's super easy just to drop one stitch and fix something, rather than realizing that multiple rows later. So that makes it very manageable, is the best way to put it. It's not one part, not any one part is particularly difficult. You just have to really pay attention. And so if you are not the type of knitter that wants to be meticulous and like watch exactly what you're doing, if you just want to whip stuff out, maybe it's not the project for you. But, and I wouldn't even have said that that's really for me, because I like listening to audiobooks or watching TV or doing something while I'm knitting. And I found that now that I'm comfortable with how the pattern is written, I don't have a problem doing other things at the same time. It's not a big deal if I need to put it down in the middle of a row, when I would say before about now, I was like, no, I have to finish a row. I can't put it down because then, you lose your place. So it's definitely getting easier. I should say that. Anyway, I'm really excited to finish this, and I will keep y'all abreast of all updates and progress that I make on this. My last project, not my last project, but an ongoing project that I've been trying to share on occasion, is the scrap blanket that I started working on a couple of months ago. Every Sunday, I designate that to my scrap blanket, and I'm usually able to add at least a couple of squares. So just as a reminder, this is what I have done so far. This was my original square right here. Just as a reminder, my squares are 20 stitches by 20 stitches, and I'm using DK weight, but in reality, most of my squares are fingering yarn held double, and that is mostly because, well, two reasons. I have more fingering weight than I have DK, and so I just have more scraps of fingering weight. And also, I love how sturdy 2 strands of fingering weight is compared to 1 strand of DK. It just has this really nice, heaviness that I don't feel that I really get as much with the single strand of DK, and maybe it's because of the size, the needle size I'm using, which I don't know what that is. Using a US 6, which is a 4mm. And I do plan on, I don't really have an end inside. That's why I don't really count it as like a UFO or a whip, because it's just an ongoing project that will take me a long time. But I plan on making it big enough where at least my husband laying down could have it over him. So my husband's 6 foot tall, so the blanket will be at least 6 foot long if, you know, he were to have it up here tucked around his neck to cover his feet. So 6.5, maybe 7 feet long, and probably at least 4 or 5 feet wide. When it gets that size, then I'll stop. And it'll just be wide, and I'm okay with that. So it sits there, it gets worked on every Sunday, and I'm really happy with the progress on how that's going. All right, well, that's all I have for y'all this month. I look forward to chatting with you again in July. Have a great beginning of your summer.